My orders are to observe the ruin, not help you mount a suicidal rescue mission.
And you can observe me kicking every fetching cultist's ass standing between me and my little brother. Who are you? Another of these useless lay-in layabouts? Oh, no, you're an adventurer like me. Don't tell me, Zagira roped you into this mess too. My little brother and I answered a job posting seeking adventurers to help explore a newly discovered ruin, only once the expedition got underway and we were all split up, our employers turned on us. I barely got away. Free my little brother and the others before something terrible befalls them? I don't know if I can do this on my own, but I have to try. Can I count on your help? Or were all the questions just morbid curiosity? I can pay if I have to. There were 5, in addition to me, who got duped into this. My brother, Liam, Iolaf, a Nord warrior, Ardia, a High Elf researcher, Dijos, an Argonian scout, and Garlor, a Wood Elf adventurer. Other than my brother, I don't know a lot about them. Not much. Zagira, the woman who hired us, was charming. I didn't buy a story that her expedition was for study, but she paid half our fee up front. I figured they were just treasure hunters looking for plunder. We had no idea they were a cult. About the time they said, "Don't kill her, we need her for the ritual," and while they were trying to subdue me. Probably saved my life, though. I fought twice as hard knowing they were taking it easy on me. No one else escaped, that I know of. We didn't get far with our expedition before things went sour, but the ruin was in pretty bad shape. You'll need a grapple bow to get anywhere quickly. Fortunately, I have a spare. They're simple enough to use, if you've never tried one. All right, but remember, you already agreed to help me. It'd be rude to back out now. But seriously, I need your help. Please don't change your mind. It's Daedric, in origin. Our employer claimed it was recently uncovered, but I have a hard time believing no one noticed until now. And despite its condition, it doesn't seem that old. Barely any overgrowth at all. None of it makes any sense. 100 years old at most. I couldn't tell you who built it, or how it came to be demolished, though. I didn't get much time to study it before those fetching cultists tried to throw a sack over my head and drag me off. Just line up your sights with a suitable anchor point, release the bolt, and get ready to fly. Don't worry, they're pretty much designed to do all the work. The worst you'll have to worry about is underestimating the pull and spraining your neck. All right, but... We need to reach the base camp, but be careful. I saw a lot more cultists during my escape than the ones in there. Not our sky. It wasn't like this before. We should hurry. The bridge is out, but that support looks sturdy enough for the grapple bow. The base camp should be... Iolaf! What are those fetchers doing to him? That's Iolaf. One of the other adventurers Zagira duped with this setup. They've got him strung up like a new life pony guar. Survey stones my ashy arse. That's a sacrifice if I've ever seen one. We've got to do something. Zagira had us escorting her scholars around the area to place those so-called survey stones. Supposedly, they would get the layout of this place in an instant. Bunch of guardung, clearly. It's sucking the life out of him. I damn well plan to try. It'll be dangerous, though. For Eolaf, most of all. That ritual is already feeding off of him somehow. The sudden shock of destroying the stone might kill him. We could try weakening the ritual before ending it entirely. That array by Eolaf seems to be the heart of the ritual, but the magic is being drawn to another focal point nearby. Destroying that might lighten the load on Eolaf, and the backlash of ending the ritual by force. It's the best chance of saving him. We need to stop that ritual, the sooner the better, but Eolaf's chances of surviving go up exponentially if we try picking it apart carefully, instead of smashing the central array right at the start. The grapple bow should help us search around. I don't know it. I'm making an educated guess. Daedrology is my main field of study, though I tend to avoid getting caught up in their worship and rituals. Mostly, I'm fascinated why anyone would join these fetching cults in the first place. I took an interest in the anticipations of the Tribunal and my ancestors' worship of them before the three rose to godhood. Dark elves aren't the only ones who revere Daedra alongside divines, but now's not the time for a philosophical discussion.
Endure, Nord. The foothold is nearly complete.
That voice! Zagira! That did it! The ritual's weakened! Eolaf! Follow me, quickly!
You don't have to tell me twice. Thanks mightily for getting me out of there. I don't know how much longer I could have lasted. Trying to pitch me into Orky's gnarled teeth. Or Dagon's, rather. Felt like all the air was sucked out of my lungs. Would have killed me if you hadn't come along. Was it always this hot in here? I'm just hired muscle. I don't meddle with magic. They were talking, though, about positioning the other stones. They sent each of us as an escort, split us up. If they got the better of me, I'm sure the others are in just as much trouble now. Haven't felt this bad since I nearly drowned in the sea of ghosts. But I can feel my strength coming back. I think I'll be good enough to move once I've caught my breath. I'll be fine. Help the others while there's still time.
It worked! Sorry if that sounds too much like surprise, but I couldn't be sure if that would be enough to save Eolaf's life until we tried it. If the cult is doing this to the others, we should be able to free them too, if we're careful. It was definitely a Daedric ritual, but not your typical sacrifice. Offerings to the princes are usually quick and brutal. This was much more purposeful. I don't know what they were trying to accomplish, but they were using Eolaf's soul to power it. The Swits didn't tell us much of their plans before stabbing us in the back, but I've got a rough idea where they were taking the other stones. If we head out the other side of these corridors, we should be on the right path. It belonged to Ardia. Well, I'll be. Ardia actually made a break for it. She's the last one I'd have expected to escape. 2 left feet, that one. Much as I'd like to believe she made it out, somehow I doubt it. Honestly, I'm impressed she made it this far, but my gut tells me she's still here. I think we should keep looking for the rest of those sacrificial stones. Whoever's still bound up in the cult's rituals is in the greatest danger. It's getting to the point that I hardly recognize this place. It's like the sky is on fire and everything's scorched. Did the cult come here just to destroy this place? That hardly makes any sense, but Daedra worship too often doesn't. It's possible this is all just a side effect of the ritual, not its intent. Who knows? Maybe their magic isn't just feeding on the souls of those they've captured, but everything here. All the more reason to stop them, quickly. And look, those trees! The shifting is more drastic here. It's getting to the point that... caught Ardia after all. We need to free her.
I look forward to reuniting you with your brother.
We need to free Ardia from that ritual before it drains her soul completely, even if it kills her. Still, we should look for focal crystals nearby that are drawing power from her. Destroying them is the only way to save her life and her soul. I mean, stopping the ritual prematurely might kill her, but there are fates worse than death. If her soul is drained entirely from her body, it won't be left to the mercy of the Divines. It'll probably wind up in the clutches of oblivion. Let's keep looking. That's all of them. Now, the array. Come on, Ardia. Watch your step.
I'm just a little unsteady. Normally, I love new experiences. It's why I got into exploring. Not that one. Never, ever again. Oh, I thought I'd never see that again. Thank you. I have a great deal to add to it now. I think it's good to record all you can, good and bad. It forces you to think about what you've seen and done, makes you more mindful of how events shape you. Zigira was yelling at her followers about jeopardizing the foothold when I was trying to escape. I don't quite get what she meant, but I think they're turning this place into their stronghold. And I saw Zigira when they caught me. The real Zigira. Among her followers, she dropped the mask she'd been wearing. She's a Daedra. These cultists are the usual misguided fools dabbling with things they don't really understand. They're true believers. I'll never forget how they howled for her adulation.
It looks like Ardia will be all right. Hopefully she can make a successful escape this time. I can't be certain, but Dijo, Scarlor, and my little brother Liam are still missing. We have to assume they've been captured and bound like the other two. We need to stop these rituals, and not just for their sakes. I have a theory about the purpose of these rituals. The changes to the land, the sky, the blasted heat. I think this place is being overtaken by another plane. If I had to guess, I'd say it's becoming the Deadlands. I think this ruin isn't actually part of Nirn. More like a piece of our world bottled up, and the cult is trying to fill the bottle from another source. Over here! Garlor? Oh, fetching Vec! He's gone. Soul-shriven. I've read accounts of this happening, but I've never seen it myself. This ravaged body is all that's left of Garlor. His soul, gone somewhere far worse. This is what will happen to the others. To my little brother. Right. You're right. This isn't the time to lose it. There's still hope for the others. Garlor couldn't have wandered far like this. There must be another ritual site nearby. Let's go.
I'll make you watch your brother waste away.
This focal point is finished, but it wasn't the only one by the look of it. It stopped feeding on their soul. Let's do the same to the rest. You're free!
You came back
Come on!
for me?
Thanks to you, There will be something left for the Hist when my time finally comes. But I did not expect the Dark Elf to stick her neck out for me. Dark Elves have not been kind to my Eggkin, and I have not been kind to theirs in turn. I see I judged her too harshly. I should apologize to her and her brother, if he still lives. He was taken prisoner by Zagira, personally. To the heart of the vault, she said. Further down this path. Where it leads, I cannot say. I don't even recognize this place anymore. I only know it dries my scales worse than Ebonheart.
We managed to save her. I don't know if that'll improve her opinion of me. Well, my kind. But I'm glad. I wouldn't wish what happened to poor Galor on anyone. Liam. Hang in there, little brother. We'll find you. We seem to be getting close to the heart of the cult's plot. Other than the ruins, the terrain here is unrecognizable from where we came from. I'd wager that's where we'll find him. And Zagira. No, I don't care about that hooded viper. I just want my little brother back. But if she stands in our way, I'll gladly kick her fetching ass back to oblivion. Come on, Liam needs me. Back, and maybe I won't fetch and kill you.
Allow me to reward you for hampering our progress. You may listen to your brother's muffled screams, unmolested, as you stand helpless before this gateway.
Damn it! She sealed the gate. We need to remove that barrier. That switch might have something to do. That switch locked us out. We aren't getting that gate open by force, but I bet that mechanism plays some part in getting it open. I think that mechanism must be connected to the gate, but that can't be the only thing stopping us, or Zagira wouldn't be so confident. We should look around. There might be more of these Daedric objects involved in the barrier. I think that did it! The gate's unsealed. Let's find Liam. Zagira, if you think a little lava is going to stop me, you've got another thing coming. This is it! We're going to save Liam and stop Zagira's plot here and now. Let's find the ritual's focal points and weaken it so we can set him free. I don't know. He's my little brother. I have to try. If it comes to it, end the ritual prematurely. I'd rather send Liam into the arms of Mother Morrowind than let Oblivion have him. Just try. Please. one down. Did you see any others? Liam! Oh, thank feck! I'll get you out of
Mary,
here.
I thought I'd never see you again.
You can inform your worthless legates that we stopped the cultists. No thanks to you.
Just be grateful your little dispute didn't land you afoul of the law. Cease your meddlesome trespassing while you're ahead, and get a real job.
We did it! My little brother is safe, and that backstabbing viper Zagira's plans are in shambles. Oh, I almost wish I could see what Dagon does to her for her failure, but my imagination's probably better than his anyway. We leave this useless swit to his report and count to Zora's lucky stars. My little brother is alive and well, thanks to you. That's more than I could ask. We owe you. If you ever need anything, and I mean anything, you can count on me. I should get word that we're safe to our parents as soon as possible. I hope to see you again soon. And Liam, straight to Leowin, you hear?
I just want a moment to catch my breath and thank your friend here, Mother.
I wish you adventurers would leave well enough alone. The Brigadines have enough troubles to hold at bay without vagabonds stirring up ungodly ruins. If what you and that vagabond say is true, I might be out of a job. I'll stick around for a little while, but if things get quiet enough, I may head off to Leowin or even Gideon. Always work for a man in my line.
Thought I was finished there. Miri, too. I was praying to the three that she wasn't going to share my fate. Someone was listening, because you're a real godsend.
I see you managed to reunite Miri and Liam. I could tell the two of them were close when we met. Thank the Divines for that, because I don't know if she'd have gone to such lengths for us otherwise. No, I think she would have.
Glad to see Miri got her brother free. Gladder still you two bothered with me along the way. I won't soon forget that.
I am glad you were able to rescue Liam. I could not look Miri in the face if she had fished a bitter old lizard from the mire at the cost of her own loved one. If more dark elves were like them, there would be fewer Argonians like me.
I'm so helpless. Won't someone help me? Ifri's bones, a brave adventurer. Please, won't you help me? Shack, this is my home. It's not much, but it keeps the weather off my head. My home is the least of my problems. Beasts. Death is all around me. The worst of them is Lockjaw, a monster without equal. He lairs in a fallen tree to the south. If only someone dared kill him for me.
It wasn't so long ago that I had not even heard of this worm cult. Now these worms are everywhere, killing people, destroying villages. This has to stop. We'll need it.
Yes? What do you want? I'm glad you've come. Help is vital at this time of crisis. I'm doing what I can, but the weapons wielded by the worm cult have a cruel bite. We should have been more careful. Considering what we came here to do, we should have known there would be danger. Do you know what this place is? Pine Peak Caverns? This is where one of Isgramore's companions was buried. Hakra was her name. We came to ensure that her tomb was safe, but the worms were already here. They ambushed us inside, and we barely escaped. I fear their intentions may be to enslave Hakra's spirit. There is still time, though. Will you help? If you jab this shard into one of the cultists' corpses in the cave, Hakra can possess the body, and then she can tell us what to do to stop them. You have questions? The waters of knowledge flow stronger through Aranel, but I will answer what I can. We were sent here by the Pact leadership. They believe the worm cult wants to enslave the spirits of ancient companions. Something about strengthening the newly raised Sinmur. That is all I was told. It contains a tiny portion of Hakra's essence, her soul. Stabbing a newly dead corpse with it should enable Hakra to take possession of the body. Perhaps for only a limited time, though. We found it embedded in a pillar inside the cavern. We suspected its existence from lore that Aranel had come across, so we searched for it once inside.
If I live through this, I'm never leaving the library again.
Don't just stand there. I know there is some way you can make yourself useful. If nothing else, just go and kill some of those damn worms.
The cultists came out of nowhere. It was chaos. Netapatu fought back. We all would have died if not for him.
Whose body was this? The flesh reeks. You placed me in one of those cultists, damn you! They're after me. Once they breach my tomb's defenses, their magic can bind me to their will. If you're the best this time has to offer, I see why they're looking to the past for heroes. 3 burial urns chain my spirit to this cavern. I cannot leave while they remain. Destroy them and I can escape before the cultists bind me. 2 urns rest in the lower reaches of the cave. Destroy those first.
He's doomed and it's all my fault. I ran like a coward and left him there. Sheridan. When the cultists attacked, everyone ran. Sheridan and I were alone, lost in the caverns. They captured him, there was a ritual. Oh, what they did to him. I should have tried to rescue him, but I didn't. I just ran. I don't even know if he's alive. And they stole all our equipment too. I know it sounds dumb caring about that stuff. Please find him. And grab our equipment if you see any of it. Sheridan might still be alive. Oh, why did I run and leave him? Yes, of course. Forget the gear, just save Sheridan.
You're being a good influence on me.
Only death will appease the Dark Ones.
Hope we find something interesting today.
I always forget. The dead rise within the caverns. They smell worse than you do.
Destroy that thing!
Hurry!
Thank you!
Maybe I should have joined the buoyant armigers.
I'm his now. Beware when next we meet. I need to get out of here. I'll see you outside.
You saved Sheridan. Bless you. You've been a lifesaver, literally. Sheridan and I are going to publish a report about our adventures here. Your heroism will figure prominently. Thank you again. You'll receive a glowing mention in my report on our ill-fated expedition.
I feel I'll never leave that cavern, no matter how far away I travel.
Don't just stand there.
My bonds are broken. I'm free of that vermin-infested cave. Now to hunt down more of those damned cultists. Those worms! Trying to enslave my spirit, then sacrifice me to enhance Sinmar's powers. A foolish plan, attempted by idiots. Even you were able to defeat them. That shard is mine, by the way.
I should have heard something by now.
Free of this accursed tomb and those thrice-damned cultists! I owe you a debt. Perhaps someday I'll repay it.
Don't just stand.
This disaster has convinced me. Never leave my library again. Fieldwork is for the young and foolish.
The cultists came out of nowhere.
There are few who can claim to have fought against the worm cult and survived, let alone prevailed. I wonder if you might be convinced to strike another blow against them. The Skald King could use someone like you at Hunric Tower. The worm cult has opened the very gates of oblivion at Hunric Tower, and the Daedra are flooding out. Yoren leads our forces against them, but he has made little progress. With someone like you at his side, though, the king might just turn the tide. Yes, the faster the better. Fly like the wind and seek out the king himself. You will find Hunric Tower to the southeast. Keep your teeth sharp, friend, and may your gods be with you. I hope your light shines as brightly at Hunric Tower as it has here.
Change of plans? Let's ride! Summon the blood sacrifice.
Old Harbor are upon you. Submit to their rule. Nothing you can do will end this.
Something you needed to... Problem, Sarah?
You've returned, and all in one piece. What a hero. Wasn't he terrifying, though? Such big teeth and such sharp claws. I shudder to think of what he might have done to a helpless Bosmer like me. He's really dead? I prayed nightly for a champion to deliver me from these beasts, and now you're here, my savior. Are all heroes so modest? But danger still lurks. A deadly beast called Great Claw lives nearby. Last night I saw it kill a man by dropping a tree on him.
Stay alert.
Tell me, brave adventurer, is Great Claw truly dead? Well, but it was a great big bird, wasn't it? Huge, with a cruel beak and massive claws. The foul beast fled, knowing you'd slay it, my champion. I fear him no longer. What would I do without you? I beg you to help me one last time. Cracktooth, a terrifying goblin. I could never defeat him, small and helpless as I am. But I know a brave, powerful champion like you can slay him easily. His camp is to the east, across the river. Oh dear. Did my champion lose his nerve? Please, you must stop Cracktooth. He's... Wait, what? You found an actual goblin? Well, you know, goblins, giants, they're all great big beasts to little me. But what's important is you saved me. My hero. Thank you so very much. Here, have some coins. Oh, you're back. I was just leaving. To, Valenwood. Yeah, well, bye.
To know your weakness is to know your enemy's strength.